Yeah.
You gonna read that off? That
Yeah, I will, unless you want to.
it don't matter. I'm gonna have it up too, just in case.
It's interesting to read the rest of that passage, actually. But they refused to hearken and pulled away the shoulder and stopped their ears that they should not hear. They made their hearts as an adamant stone, lest they should hear the law and the words which the Lord of hosts had sent in his spirit by the former prophets. Therefore came a great wrath from the Lord of hosts.
Dang, because same with the remember the lady and the husband that was trying to shave off, like they're trying to steal something. What's the husband and the wife and the ground swallowed their butt up?
Yeah.
It was the husband who got swallowed up.
They were hiding. They pilfered some stuff from one of the camps.
Yeah.
And then they hid it under their tent.
Yeah, dude. My man said, all right. He said, and he even gave her the opportunity. He was like, you know what I'm saying, like, did you taste him? No, you know what I'm saying, basically like, no, I didn't. He was like, you know what I'm saying, like, basically your body's gonna lie. You know what I'm saying, dude? She dropped dead like that. Could you imagine, dude? It's just like, all right, you know what I'm saying, like, God, basically like me and you sitting here talking, and God say, Drew, Delco, you gotta go warn them. We go warn them. Hey, the Lord impressed upon our hearts to tell you this. And they say, all right, you know what I'm saying, like, no, I didn't do that. I don't feel like I have to. And dude, boom, right in front of us, just dropped dead. Could you imagine that? Because that's exactly what they went through. It was like, bloop, hit the floor.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It is crazy.
And that's all we're trying to do is warn our people.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So maybe with that, we'll say, hey, everyone, I'm Drew.
And I'm Delco.
Welcome to the D&D show. So, Delco and I were just discussing a verse that he shared with some of the guys at the shop this morning, and it's in Zechariah chapter 7, and it's verses 9 and 10. It says, "Thus speaketh the Lord of hosts, saying, Execute true judgment, and show mercy and compassions every man to his brother. And oppress not the widow, nor the fatherless, the stranger, nor the poor, and let none of you imagine evil against his brother in your heart." It's a pretty powerful verse, a couple verses. We were just kind of talking about some of the things that have been going on. Obviously, if you've been following along the last few videos, just society in general has become kind of numb to things. And I was just sharing with Delco a little while ago that I was just at one of the local convenience stores this morning, and a girl standing there at the counter. She's chewing on her nails and spitting them right on the counter in front of everybody. And we were just kind of grossed out by that. And you can look at that one of two ways. You can get, upset with her for doing what she did. Yeah, it's gross. But at the same time, it's those kind of people that need compassion. Another situation I just recently heard about, and some of you may be familiar with the story about the guys that were recording the old man drowning in some pond or whatever in Florida. And the guy's calling out for help. How he got in the pond, I don't know, whatever, but the video is pretty clear if you watch it, where they're recording this guy drowning, and they're just kind of sitting there laughing at him, poking fun at him while he's dying. And they didn't really care. So, we just kind of feel like, as we were saying right at the beginning there, we're just trying to do our job. We just feel it's time to change the way we think, time to change the things we do, and just try to be more aware of how we're treating other people, because you just look around, man, things are a mess, and it's not getting any better. We said that from the beginning. And what are your thoughts on some of that?
I will go back to the lady. So like you were saying, yeah, it's gross. And yeah, that's what we're gonna think, because it's normal to us to say that's disgusting for what this lady is doing. But at the same time, if you go deeper into it, you say, well, if this lady is chewing her nails, could she be nervous? Could she be going through something? Does she need compassion from me right now? You know what I mean? And that's when our job is to, if the Lord impresses us to do it, is to maybe to reach out and to say something, because you never know what people are going through. The same with the guys. And me and Drew were talking about how they were looking on. There's a guy drowning in the water. You have to be, your heart, like it was saying in here, we were reading, your heart has to be, it said that their heart was turned to stone, didn't it say?
Yeah, it goes on to say after that, where they refused to hearken and pulled away the shoulder and stopped their ears that they should not hear. So they didn't even want to hear it.
No.
They're like, we don't want to hear what you have to say.
So and my point is, and that's where we get to sometimes, whereas we see the same stuff all the time, and we're talking about how we get so desensitized that we don't even really care. We don't care of what's going on with people. You got a guy and some kids that are recording. A guy is in the water drowning, and they're standing there recording it. They're so desensitized that they don't even care that this man is about to lose his life. Like, no, it not, and it had to be a couple of them, because you can hear in the background that they're talking. Not one of them tried to go out and help the man. And I was thinking, I was like, man, it's kind of far out. But at the same time, like, I mean, if you believe in that, you trust in God, God said, I'll never leave nor forsake you. So do you believe that if you're going out to help somebody and to do the right thing and to show love and show compassion, that God wouldn't be with you in that? I believe that he would be. But like you were saying, like, we are, as people, we are so selfish, self-centered, so me, so this, that we are missing the point. Like, it is our job, like Drew was saying, it's our job, those who are seeking the kingdom of God, it is our job to say, okay, what can I do to further the kingdom of God? What can I do to make a change that it may be for the good? And yes, there are going to be people that are going to be in your lives. There's going to be the people that are closest to you that are going to be the ones that are trying to pull you away from doing the right things. Because for the most part, people want to live for this life. They want to live for the world. They want to do everything that everybody else is doing. Like we've been saying, they want the next buzz, the next craze. They want to be doing, what everybody else is doing. So basically what it comes down to is it's normal. It's normal for these kids to be just looking at, because this is what people want. People want the next best buzz, like to see, oh man, somebody's drowning in the water. Like, what happened with that? Like, where is the compassion? Like, where is the love that, this is somebody's family member. This is somebody that lost their life. Like, where is the compassion going? What are we doing as people? Like, we see it every day, like in our workplace, people that struggle with addictions and stuff like that. It's like, you got to ask yourself, what are we doing? Because we are so critical and so judgmental. What are we doing to help them? What words can you give to encourage somebody to do the right things and to say the right things? Like, it's our job to make a change. And like Drew was saying, like, it's time. It's time. We can see, like, the world is drawing to a close. We can see that things are happening rapidly. People are losing their minds. I mean, it's our job. It's time to stand up and sound the alarm and do what God would have us to do.
I think I agree. And, like I said, we don't know who sees this, who watches it. We just put it out there and just let God do his thing with it, whatever that is. Some people may not like hearing it. Others, I think, do. So it's really up to you as far as, what you do with it. So we just want to challenge you between now and the next video, the next few videos, to just take some time. In one of the previous videos, we talked about Gideon, or actually, no, it was Elijah and his servant when he was surrounded by the army, or the horses and the army and all that stuff. And Elijah just prayed the prayer that God would open his servant's eyes, and just so he could see a little bit more. And that's all we're trying to do. Every video, there's so many things to talk about. Sometimes it's hard to get everything in one little video. We're going to keep going with it, but just between now and the next one and the next few, just try to be more aware and try to challenge yourself and be more alert. And just ask yourself, how am I thinking of this person? How am I thinking of that person? How am I responding to that situation? So, with that, I think I'm good for this one. We're obviously outside, no fancy setup this time. Just want to get out, fresh air, and the breeze. So, thanks for watching. Feel free to leave some comments, get a hold of us, and with that, we'll see you in the next video.
See you in the next one.
Have a good one.
Have a good one.